summary, our team has been tasked with assisting Stephen, the town selectman of Westport, in implementing and developing a new app, the town of Westport app. The new mobile app's purpose is to promote the town's economic development. And over the past few months, we've been collecting information about the businesses in town, and we've been working with our app developer, Lewis, to organize and make the information easy to access, as well as user-friendly to cater to the older community members. In order to meet our goal of creating, or help create this application, we had to do a lot of networking. So through that process and implementation, we did a lot of real-world business networking this semester. We have met with business owners, organization presidents, and a successful app producer, along with Steve. And actually, Chelsea and I attended a business-to-business breakfast meeting at the White's Westport, right down the road here. There were many businesses there, and we all conversed over different subjects, and we were able to talk about our app and our ideas, and they were actually met with enthusiasm. They were actually excited about what we were doing, and they believe that it's making Westport stronger and more self-sufficient town. So this project has really opened our eyes to the business world, and both meeting and speaking with business owners and officials makes it a little less intimidating. At first, it seems a little rough, but as we worked together as a team and put our heads together and just put our best foot forward, it got a little easier for us. So previous learnings apply. We've used many communication skills, speaking face to face, phone calls, writing precedent emails, and skills such as public speaking and writing professionally learned from previous courses were found useful.
As Tim just mentioned, we had to contact the businesses. So the project description was, we contact businesses, we let them know that there is an app out there, because many of them don't even know that there's something like that out there. And then we let them know how they can benefit from it. Like, several people would ask us, what are the pros and cons of this? And for them as a business, because they're already registered, they don't have to pay anything. It's like free advertising if they want it. The only con is if they don't want any more business, then they wouldn't be out
Yeah, the
there.
con is like them being closed-minded to the idea of an application for it being a small town,
Yeah.
not very connected via phones and stuff.
So, along with that information, we usually just send a follow-up email saying, here's to recap what we talked about, so they have something more official to look at rather than just a phone conversation or a face-to-face conversation that we had. So then they have our contact info, and all of us can see the emails, and that's how we have managed it. And we've been coming up with ideas of how to promote the app, and just bouncing it off of each other and talking about it, seeing what would work, or, because when you have a few people's point of views, you can better come up with a refined idea that would actually work rather than just having like a tunnel vision idea. So that is where we have been, and then we have contacted the software developers once or twice now with the list of businesses that we have heard back from, and we plan to do that one more time before the end of the semester, and that will conclude our project even after. So we have talked about the mission and vision of this project before, but we just want to restate that it is to promote and facilitate a newly developed town app by working with local registered businesses. And our vision for it is that it's a recognition among local and seasonal residents to ensure Westport's economic growth and build a reliable platform for local advertisement, town news, and updates. And as we have already spoken, the do all of the coding and the creation aspects. We just give them the information and they add it to the app. Because the town is in the early phases of developing this, we want the businesses to recognize that this is going to be a growing feature. People will know about it, and it isn't something that it's just gonna be done in a corner. And we are aimed at getting the seasonal residents to be aware of it, and because the year-round people can hear about it more often, but we really just want to place this where we know that the seasonal people will know about it. And the app is free, and we can tell the businesses that are added on there that they don't have a monthly charge for this. This is going to be something that the town is undertaking so that they can be an active role in supporting the economic growth that they seek to have in the community. And the stakeholders, as we have spoken about before, are the local businesses and their employees, the seasonal and residential consumers, the iMobile app employees, which we are not aware of how many, but there is more than one, and the town of Westport employees as well.
So getting into the project, there was obviously some research that we had to start with. So firstly, after hearing what our project was and how it was to do with the app, and it was already on the store, we all immediately downloaded the app and we kind of went through it to get a feel for how it's set up and its navigation and what maybe is great about it and what maybe isn't so great and what needs to be adjusted in the end. And then from the town clerk, we received the Westport's registered business list because only the registered business of the town are going to be on this app. So initially I thought it would be easiest just to print out the registered business list and then we all could divvy it up. Unfortunately, it's an Excel file with over 200 pages. So it definitely wasn't that simple. We had to go through it and categorize what the different business types were and maybe find the ones that weren't so active but were registered within the past years and find the ones that were more active and able to contact with. Tim and myself attended a business-to-business meeting to get some research to see how people are willing to respond to this, and actually a lot of people were very positive about it. There really wasn't anyone that had anything negative to say. They were excited to really try something new. And then once we were ready with the businesses to move forward, a lot of it was going on Google to collect the contact information, such as the websites, email addresses, and phone numbers for people we can get in touch with. And so recommendations for the app that we had immediately were, when you first look at it, when you go to the business page, there's two options to categorize businesses by. There's the map option and the list. The map just pings them up on the map by the town and their location. The list, unfortunately, it adds it by the order of which they were added by the app developers, which isn't an issue now where there's only about 9 to 15. But when there's over 100 plus apps and you as a user are looking for a hair salon and you have to scroll through the entire list, it's not going to be that easy anymore. Also, once you click exactly on a business, it includes a blurb that lets you know what they're about and their mission and their goals. There currently isn't like a business type or any contact information besides the address or even the business hours. So we're definitely trying to collect that type of information from the business owners, and we really are suggesting that they integrate that onto the app and make it a lot easier. And also a recommendation for the end of this project, realistically, we have tried to contact as many as possible. There are responses that we haven't gotten yet. Of course, we probably haven't gotten every single business or business owner who's going to be interested, so definitely this project is going to have to be continued until the app is in its full-fledged form of having everybody on it. So for the SWOT analysis, for the internal strengths and weaknesses, for strength, it's the first of its kind in its area, especially for a local town to have all of their businesses included on just one app. I live in Acushnet. I haven't heard of Acushnet or New Bedford doing anything like this, so it's definitely something new that people are interested about. It also targets the Westport residents who want to promote their own town that they know and love, and they really want to see it be successful. For weaknesses, there are some. Like I mentioned, you have to scroll through the list to find your own specific business that you really want to find. There isn't just a search for, I want to see hair salons, or I want to see home improvement places. So based on that, again, it's gonna be an issue when there are over 100 apps on there. It's gonna be really difficult to navigate. So for external opportunities, the town wants to retain its core values. And so through this, townspeople, as me and Tim had noticed, going to the business-to-business meeting and also talking to the entrepreneurs in the town, they're really welcoming a chance to boost their own economy. So they really want this to work, and they really want to try this free form of advertising. And also, there's many different marketing options for this. When the app is ready, they can pass it out with the beach passes. So definitely the seasonal residents who are always going to the beaches will see it. They could always pass it out through the schools. Children could bring it home with them to their parents so they can get all the town updates. And then lastly, for threats, unfortunately this app's success is based off of its first impression. When somebody initially downloads it, if they aren't happy with its use or if it's not easy enough for them, they may unfortunately decide that it isn't really for them, and instead they can just try using Google or another search engine, which may take them out of the town of Westport, because maybe something mileage-wise is closer in Dartmouth. But the app really wants to focus on Westport, not another town. So that's that.
So supporting agents, we thought as a group that it'd be best if we did a supporting agents instead of supporting the tiers, because it suit our group best. So for the first one, we have Selectman Stephen J. Roulette, which is in the audience. He oversaw the project, and we would give our progress made throughout the duration of the project. We're currently in the final stages of reaching out to businesses like Tim and Chelsea said. Another supporting agent was Melissa Pacheco. She's the Assistant Dean of Graduate Studies. She was instrumental in assisting us and connecting us to Thelma Baxter, who got Chelsea and Tim into the business-to-business meeting. The iMobile app, which we want to continue to be in touch with, they're a resource for us to kind of give our recommendations for the app. Of course, Chelsea said that there are some things that we think that would help the app function a lot better. And for the businesses residing in Westport, we want to thank the businesses for believing in an idea like this a lot. A lot to them, because for them it's an app that they don't really know about, and it's technology that they kind of steer away from as being older and being in Westport. So I want to give thanks to them.
In conclusion, with our project, we broke the businesses down into categories. So far, we got children's services, auto service / marine, arts and crafts, home improvement, pets, real estate / insurance, retail, recreational, taxes, medical, food / alcohol, farms, construction / landscaping, and beauty. Those are the categories that we broke down the list so far into. There's still more businesses, like a lot of car lots on Route 6, but we didn't target them as much because we're mostly trying to appeal to the seasonal residents who want to download this app because they're in town for a couple months and they really want to explore what Westport really is about. So we targeted more businesses that would appeal to the seasonal residents. We contacted the majority of the businesses. So far, we've only heard back from about half of the ones we contacted. Some of them were not interested, unfortunately. We uploaded some information to the iMobile app, and we have recommendations that we're going to put on a Word document. And after this project, we're going to put all the businesses that we contacted information. We're going to put all into the Word document and then hand it over to Steve Roulette so he knows what businesses we have contacted and gave us information back that are interested in being on the app. Overall, too, using marketing channels is vital for economic growth. A lot of these businesses are sole proprietorships. They have 0 to 4 employees mostly. They don't really have, as we mentioned, the Excel sheet only gives an address and a business name, so we have to use Google for a lot of them, and a lot of them don't even have information on Google for phone numbers, anything. So Westport's really trying to lend them a hand and grow the businesses economically, and we hope that reaching out to many of these businesses, they see the benefit that marketing can bring to a business. A word to mouth only goes so far inside of a town, especially if you want to target outside residents outside the town of Westport. So we really hope that businesses pick up on the marketing, embrace this opportunity, and can see the economic growth that it may bring to their business. The next steps we have listed for the businesses, for the app, is contact the remaining businesses. As we said, we mostly contacted the businesses that would appeal to the seasonal residents, and the the list is very long, so, but we are gonna simplify that and put it in a Word document for Steve Willett to know exactly what we contacted and who we heard back from. Simplifying the contact information, so maybe when businesses go to re-register with the town, they gather phone number, email address, they talk to them about the app if they wanna be part of the free advertisement. They explore the app through marketing channels, so like Chelsea said, through Beach Pass, social media, maybe create a Facebook group of local business site Westport. Steve said he wants to do a Herald News article, that's excellent also. And pretty much develop the app further, which is analyze our categories, create new ones, split them up, change the names of them. And overall, that's pretty much what we included in our project and the next steps for the Westport app to go with. Thank you.